Okay. Hello? Oh, wait. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Starting on the modeling process for this emote. So, as usual, we have the effective border around the thing, which is kind of supposed to effectively depict the sort of range of, or the frame anyway, of the actual workspace we have, along with all the overflow, all the parts. But we're gonna go ahead and start working on through all of these motions. Regardless, first things first, start on the formal hierarchy. So I am gonna need a full body thing. We don't have any extra particles or text or anything that is not part of body, so actually it should just be a rotation deformer. If it's just no, but I want this to bounce a little bit. I need this to not be a rotation deformer. Alright, then we want to go, the arms go up to here. Put this into a categorized position here. Then we go right. Let me just change the title here. Change title there, and I need to change title here as well, don't I? Update that. Okay. Go right to a left. Actually, how much of this should be just a rotation deformer? I think if I actually want a little bit of a deformation occurring as the body or as the parts move. Create a bigger effect of it is a little tiny bit of a deformation, but I think the base of it I might actually want. Actually, do I need the base of it to be? I don't. I don't need the base to move exactly. And I can control that for the most part anyway. What the heck happened to my jacket? Where's the spacing? Can I not get on pause? Alright, let me just. Arm goes through there, that goes around the back, and arm goes through the side. Finally starting to get a bit cooler. Alright, so gonna have the basic arm moving motion here. I'll make these all blend shapes. Make them all blend shapes. I can get away with not including a whole bunch of extra deformers. I get away with making it blend. Actually, do I need to make it a blend? Is anything else going to affect this on this part? Not really. Either way, do I? Yeah, I want these to be synced, so we'll just put them on the same parameter here. So go ahead and go positive as in and do negative as out. Yeah, that'll work. So as usual, gonna go a little bit more than what we'll probably end up needing. So that we've got the overflow required to I want to add a secondary parameter to this to affect the rest directly. I don't know why that just went through my head. Do something like that. Let's actually go. If I add one more, then I should really just have made this a nice. Blend. Okay, we'll go copy that and then go like that. Then we want to get rid of this completely. Get you on here. So now this is the blend shape, so that I could just make a second one. I could put on the same parameter, or same former, doesn't matter. Basically, so that instead we're anchoring from here. A little bit wild. Oh. My default's unlocked. Beautiful. Okay. Off those defaults. Alright, twist the wrist a little bit. I don't want to do the same thing to you. So... then... in, out, sure. Then we want to go in. That bit too much. Let's not get too wild with that part there. And then out. Go like that, and then what we want to do is grab the actual fingers, ending portion. Then we actually want to grab the actual finger portion as well. Let's just make it so that I don't have to think as hard about how I deal with all these parameters. Let's just make them all blend shapes. Okay, so basically I want to go... what should we do here? We'll go in, out? Yeah, sure. So we want to basically pull this down and pull this out. As it comes down. And we want the piece behind it to literally just collapse on itself, at least somewhat effectively. There's the the dark green corner of this. Where is it? I think no, it's this way. We'll push this in a little bit. Back the other way. Hmm. Yeah, we don't want to do too much going the other way, so we're just gonna lift and squeeze this a little tiny bit. Pull this in a bit. So there's a little bit of overflow on the other side. Let it move the other way without hitting a wall. Do I need to bend the thumb? I don't think I... At least it doesn't look like there's much of a thumb bend. The animation in the game, you know, also in the 3D SD models. Alright, other side. Somewhere about there. And then we want to just give this a squeeze down. Let's see. Not currently giving... I did that without moving that too much. Can I just squeeze this down without squeezing the wrist down? Okay, now it looks a little weird and the thumb doesn't move. Let's give a little bit of thumb motion here. Just a tiny little bit. Thumb. Okay, what I think I want to do is go... I'm gonna bend both sides out just a tad from where they start. Don't want this motion to be particularly large. We'll just go a little bit up. little bit of that. La, ba, bum. Then I want to do some extra bits to the glove here. Just the wrist a little bit. Oh. What do they call this? Flutter. Flutter. Sure. Go to the wrist here. Just kind of get this to... Can I get this to... a little bit? A very narrow amount of motion here. Just add a little bit to the end of the glove. Alright, then... let's go sleeve. We're missing a sleeve a little bit here too. What do I want to call this? Wave. Sure. I'm gonna go sleeve. Then we're gonna say 1, 2. We're gonna slap that onto here. Basically, when this occurs, we also want to allow. Let's say that this can swing out just to add more. It could be a little bit rubbery in its motion. And then when this swings around the other side, we can just say that this deformer can go like wah a little bit. Give that a little bit of extra motion. Hello, how you doing? Is indeed one of two. I've decided whether to do anything with Nozomi, which is less direct way of saying I don't have a composition in mind. Oh, like that. I don't want to miss the arms. Arms need to be rigid because that's, well, I mean, it's about as rigid as it's gonna be with the fact that I'm just bending this. Alright, so that is the arm motion there. Face, eyes, where it... You. Down to you. And we'll add 1, 2 for the brow. We're gonna say... eyes. collapse that, collapse that. Let me just actually go... I mean, everything here... Actually, no, where's the body? I can separate the body a bit easier. Body is just here. Let's just say body. Everything else here is the head. Then we want to also say that within the head, mouth, blush is, and the eyes is part of face. What? Huh? Wait, is this not? Eyes as part of head. Then we say mouth, blush, eyes as part of face. I want to make a big separation between the head, the hat and the hair. Basically anything that's not the... It'll have to be part of the head anyway, so it's not really that big of an issue. Whatever, let's mess with the bit that I'm actually working on. Eyes. Blush. What are we dealing with here? Go. Alright, so... anything else need to pick this? Not really. I should probably separate just between left and right. So let's just go left, right. Then we'll go lash. How many pieces need this? The lash. End. Side. Why don't I do a side piece? Really usually don't do side pieces on emote size stuff. 1, 2, 3, and then the eye white. All of these are going to need a eye open. We only need one of these parameters because this always going to be synced. So I still have my snapshot up. Let us for now turn you off so I can see. I can live with the hair being there, I think. Actually, it's not that big. Oh, the shape of this is gonna kill me, isn't it? The angle's not quite where I wanted, is it? Oh, wrong button. Closer to that, right? Oh, I can actually just rotate the canvas on. Okay. I really should have just done this from a default position. Where the canvas was just orientated straight. Okay, I'll go like that. Then we want you to just... End up about there. We'll just give you like a little bit of a hold down here. And then you are the big problem. I need to figure out how to squish you into here. Then we want to go that, and we want to So hoping that it's gonna be a little squishy once I'm done messing with the parts. This is really messing with me, the fact that I didn't start this at a nicer orientation. Is that the highlight? Hold up. We want you 3 parts. We want white. We want to go here. We want to flip onto that so that when you close, it closes that. Okay, good. Alright, what the heck is happening here? Ah, well, that's a problem. A bit more this way. Is it just the number of control points I have here? Okay, no, maybe it's actually my. Alright. So this isn't curving quite as nicely as I like, so I'm just gonna go ahead and replace this mesh here. Should have been a little bit more careful with my connection between the top side of the lash against the side portion along the eye. Okay, let's do that as number 1, and then we'll, as instead we're going to increase the divisions here as well. And that should let us have a nicer curve. Or shouldn't have as many random bits that just end up looking a little jagged. What am I dealing with here? Okay, there's a little bit of imperfection here because of the way I did the separation, but it's an emote, you're not gonna see it. Should this piece be on top of that piece? Will it be better if this was on top? I mean, the fun bit is that you can't really see the fact that this is like a piece that's sitting on top. If I just go maybe a bit like that, it doesn't look as absolutely insane. Okay, I can live with that. Alright, so, other side. So we want the lash. A little extended bit coming off the top side piece. Where are we? I want this. White. And all 3 of these pieces are going to need an eye open. And we want to basically line it up so that is same as the other side. Not symmetrical, so there's gonna be some imperfections no matter what. So it's mostly just a giant game of can I make it look like it's not completely off? Huh? uh, 90% of the problem is probably because mesh is not as thick as the other side, and my division is also still lighter because I haven't changed it yet. Go ahead and increase the thickness of the mesh here. Get that out of there. Oh, I really drew that line like ass. Okay, replacing the mesh with something that will actually bend. It's supposed to be a very large mouth, but hopefully it doesn't look too insane overall. I like that. Make the divisions bigger, and then what is this like? Okay, doesn't look like absolute insanity. Alright, I was thinking whether to make the mouth more of a with more straight edges instead of doing it this way. Didn't really end up fully deciding on which one I would like better. We want to bring you down, and then we want to go. Oh wait, no. What am I looking at? Oh, this is so unsynced, it's hilarious. Down a little bit, and then we want to grab you. Need to squeeze you. Let's just along here. Okay, I can't see. Squeeze this into place here. Should be something about there. Then we want to squeeze you into place. Alright, I just need this to behave, and hopefully it will. And also, I need you to go here and clip onto you. Oh, there's definitely some imperfections here, but there's a very big part of me that's deciding where it matters at. I mean, the other side, the eye's not even like fully hidden, it's like sticking out a little bit. Get in there. I wouldn't put it past it sticking out a little bit behind the eye here, but I really get around these kind of imperfections when it comes to the side piece, which one is this low already, unless I add extra keyframes that don't add anything when you aren't looking at the details super closely. Alright, let's just get the arms back into here. Alright, what's my range of motion right now? Wait, how do I reset my rotation? Only gotta rotate the camera. How do I reset my rotation? It has to be, let me have a look at it. Reflect, focus, display all. They're not just like flat reverse. Oh, actually, wait, I think I can go like. And rotate by fixed increments of 45 degrees. Do I want to move the brow a little bit when this happens? Let's give it a little bit of a dip here when the eye closes. We'll just go into here and here. And we'll just get and give this a little bit of a downward pull. There's no way this is Emote size, is it? The motion that minuscule. Maybe we'll actually just grab this whole part, just go bring it down a little bit. So that's more extreme motion, just to make it a little bit more visible. Actually, maybe have a look at this. We're looking at Emote size, and we're looking maybe about there at this. I like larger size. Yeah, there's no way to see. Alright, it's just a nice to have thing when looking at it at a larger size. Alright, so then we want to go eye motion. We've got to grab. Can I do this all in one? I think I can. We'll go eyeball. Should be fine doing this as a single deformer because we want this to be. Yeah. Whoa, what I've got. The more simple. Maybe I should have started the eyes in the middle, but I'm going to do it like this. Basically, when we go this way, what we want. A little bit forced. And it'll get the job done. Because I'm a little bit careful about the shapes since the coloring is so simple, I can really get away with that. Did I... Okay, one way to go around this is actually go to here and remove the middle point. Oh, like that. Remove the middle point. Did I remove it for both of them? No. But basically now by default has a point in between instead. I'll grab the highlight. We're start highlight. I didn't tell it to do the same thing where we want it to go. Wait. Go back to. Well, you know, go back to. Right. Grab the two highlights. Give it motion like that. And basically just shove it so that the highlight is moving with the eye more or less. And we grab the mouth. Where's the mouth? The mouth. I'm gonna be lazy here. I'm gonna make this a blue. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit wider, which I think I'm actually gonna let's go and actually align this. Could have done this for the other pieces as well, but align that so that I have control over the points here. Actually, do I want to select out though? I actually want a diamond. We can just yank on the side of the control. Let's just see what happens if I go meh. Nothing. Glorious. Alright, fine, we'll do it this way. I kinda just want to grab this part, go wah, wah, and then we'll go a little bit inwards so that we get more of a droplet shape here. Push, bring this in just a tad as well. Probably won't use the full range of that mush. Okay, I can't see anything in the onion shape, but Okay, the fact that this isn't orientated to like the canvas is really throwing a little bit of this off. Especially when I'm trying to like mess with some parts here. I actually just want to squash this a whole lot more. Indeed it is. Oh, by the way, welcome to the stream. I'll do that for the mouth for now. If it bothers me later, then just a little bit later. Let's make a new snapshot here for now. Okay, then I'm gonna go through the hair pieces here. Here's wearing a hat, and the hat is tight. Or at least with this type of hat, it should be at least somewhat tight. So for her front bits of hair sticking out the top. Alright, let me just separate this. So do I care about the top piece of hair below the hat? That could literally be static to the hair. Yeah, let's just grab the bits of hair that actually have been. That is all of these pieces. Let's just go here. I guess I really should. Here. Then we want to go front. Front. Organize this a little bit. Go side. Go back. How are we going to move this piece? No, this is literally just a cover piece. We're going to move these two pieces back. Then I'll go separate all of these pieces. Is this piece gonna shake a little bit? Alright, so we're doing a double pendulum onto all of these pieces. Like so. What? We're just gonna go here. That should be fine. Gotta go ahead and go anchor against the hat, which is about here. Then go like that and just go wah. Ew. Ooh. Maybe just bring that in a little bit. And maybe bring you this way a little bit more. I actually want to do this with just a deformer rather than using the puff deformer. Shake this in there. Ooh. Hey. Yeah, that works. Then we go 1, 2, then 3 here. Go whap. Whoop. Ooh. Like that, and then we want to go 1, 2, 3. A little bit of a bit wiggling on the hair below the hat, but honestly, that shouldn't matter. That's always covered. Do it like that. Then we want to go. More. Let's try and swing this around a little bit more aggressively. I want to separate this into 2 groups. Honestly, this might be easier by just hit this with the former directly. Like that. What am I looking at here? Wow, I really should separate these pieces. Her hair is already like waving across, so some of the motion should be a little bit more minimal based on how her hat should really hold part of her hair down. What the heck happened here? Like that. Alright, and then you... Oh, I really should have separated this part. This is gonna be... Oh, that is super dodgy. I think I want to keep the motion here minimal as I can. This is you support that piece. Her hair's loose otherwise, so honestly there can be a bit of motion if this hair is like kind of tucked around her ear. Primarily. Maybe I shouldn't worry about that much. It'll go like that for now. The side pieces, I believe I can actually just be a little bit more aggressive with them. Along with the fact that I'm doing a triple pendulum here. So right, left, we'll go like that. We're just gonna look at this. Once again, anchoring from her hat. This is so much longer than it. This is really not contributing anything. It's just like so far out of frame. I think what I need to do is go like this, go like that, pull this out, and then actually just like, shimmy this just a bit. Oh jeez. It's a lot better end than I'd normally like to do it, but I also need to take account how unnecessarily out of frame will be otherwise. Do not know why I'm rap godding super hard today. I love how these pieces aren't marked. We want these to swing the same way because it's like that. Then go there like that. Just give me that in just a tad. Whoa, don't do that. Alright, we'll just go like that for now for that piece. Those pieces. Where's the back? Here. Let's go like that, go like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, double pendulum. We always just want everything to swing the same direction because when it comes down to it, we're not turning the head, we're going to be moving the body side to side. We'll just go 1, 2 right there, we'll just go whap like that. Then whap like that. But pretty aggressive, honestly, all things considered, but it's also right at the back end. 90% hidden behind her arm, so imperfections can exist and not cause a problem. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why am my right piece is so much bigger than my left? Was it just the angle I was working at? Pretty sure that it might be causing some issues for the actual positioning of the hair against the hat, but it's also covered, so I don't know how much it matters. Okay, go like that for the hair. Oh, probably something about this. Go. I actually don't know if I want to change the blush at all, but we'll just make a parameter so that it can if we want. Now we're gonna make a blush check. This is not gonna be a lens shape, and we're gonna go from 0 to 10. Actually, for this, we're going to say you're at what this is currently. 4. I'm gonna turn this all the way up, and then when this happens, we're gonna say that when this is at 10, we're going to turn you all the way up. I really messed that up that badly. That's hilarious. It's like slightly off by just like the most minuscule angle. Oh dear. I can fix that just a little bit by just go like that. Should be about there, I think. Yeah, about there will do. Okay, so this exists so that this can become darker. Alright, bring that back around. Alright, what do we want to do with this now? For the overall motion, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab everything. Do I just do this with a path deformer, or should I use rotation deformer here? Rotation will be cleaner, path will be squishier. Those things will flex a bit more. Here's it. Just contemplating the best approach for this part, for the next thing I want to do. Rotation deformer is cleaner, but I still have to make her or get the form with inherited later, and if I do it like that, then it's going to require interpolation. If I use a path deformer, it will be squishier. It will be less perfect, but it will definitely be squishier, which in the sense of emote animation might be better. Or I could just make 2 parameters and just do both. That's also a choice. Alright, so anyways, we're gonna go body motion, or body move. I'm just gonna make a huge deformer for it. Underneath the ore. Let's try this with... Actually, I'm starting from this point. I don't... Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. We're going to use 2 points. We're gonna just go 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna go wah, like that. Just bend her over. You can kind of see from that even though this is out of frame, that this is just literally bent over. Whereas a little straighter here, this is obviously curving one way. Taking advantage of the fact that a lot of her body is going to be out of frame along with the top of her hat. So some of the imperfections to this are going to be invisible. either way, and we're moving the whole thing all together because honestly it doesn't matter. But I think for this motion, this has to be interpolate. Interpolated, so that it doesn't look as insane as it's moving in a curved motion. Then, to create the bouncing motion, I think we're gonna go... If I blend this, and then just slap it straight onto this, slap it straight onto this parameter. What I can do is go 1, 2, actually surprisingly straightened out with the middle point of this previous parameter. Let me just go like that. And then when we want to go the other way, we want to just grab this and we're just going to compress. And that should give us a little bit of a squish. That's a little bit dodgy, isn't it? That's a little bit dodgy, but it'll work. I mean, when it comes down to it, we're looking at something about this size. That's honestly fine. And that's honestly fine. Okay, so. How do I do this from a blank thing again? I haven't worked from a blank file in a really long time. I need... Wait, what's tool details here? What tool details are there in the animator? Why do I feel like I've never used this tab before? Or are they just gonna chuck this behind here? Okay, it's the first time using the animator after reinstalling Live2D, so give me a moment to set it up. We're going to go 200 by 200. Ah, what's my size of my file? Hold up, let me just check my file. Let's say you. Can I get, what's my pixel measurements? Can I see from here? Oh, I can't. Let me just open it. This is opening. What's this? Oh, it's 2000 by 2000. Well, that explains a lot. Sure. You know what? 2000 by 2000. That ain't it. What the heck am I doing? Didn't we want to center this? How do I center this again? There's a really easy way to center things. I can't remember how to do it. Why is that still slightly off? How much extra pixel space did I give myself? That looks about right. Actually, that looks a little bit too much. I can kind of see my frame. How big was my frame? What the heck? Hold up. I take that, put that into a view. How big is this? 901. Oh. Okay. It should be 900 by 900. It should be like a perfect fit. Right in there. Okay. Alright, let's say that. What do you do that? We want to go. Save that, go back into here. We want to turn you off, save that, go back into here. We want to go for, what was it again? It was 30 frames, 2 seconds, I think it was. Alright, give this a stretch out there. And then we're just going to set up a whole bunch of default parameters by going like that, and then going 1 frame out, be gone, like that. We're just gonna start throwing in some motions into here, so let's just say I want to start from here though. I want to start the loop from here at my original default. I don't want to start from there. Alright. Let's just give myself a little bit of space to work on the bounce here and just start from -9 here. So basically, between there and there, I want to at some point go like that. Or do I want to start from the middle? I think between here, I actually want to go squish. Up. Squish. And when you're at the midpoint here, we want to go. I'm going to go down like that, bring from in. Do that again, kind of here. That wasn't it. How do I copy this again? Is there a way to just quick copy? Oh, that's not it. Alright, fine. But desync some of the motions a bit more as goes, but give us a little bit of motion through here. This could be a little aggressive on this. And then we want to go, as we're coming this way, we want to swing this back when it hits here. We want to swing this out. Then as this is going back this way, we want to swing this back out this way. That's relief. Hmm. 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 Almost want to make her hands bigger. Just so that they're clear on what they're doing, because when it comes down to it, we're looking at something like that. Oh yeah, what was the I remember doing it from before. I think Twitch chat background was something around here. I think Discord was like around. Your gloves are white, so obviously it looks a little bit better when the background isn't a light color. Doesn't get lost quite as much. Eyes are kind of just doing their own thing right now. Hmm. Oh, well, don't do that. Hmm. But either way, before we miss more of that, we're gonna throw in a bunch of random parameters here. We'll fix them up. We'll go around. Hmm. Froze on red here, but which ones? Um. Mm-hmm. Probably should do the same thing to the front part here. Honestly, this point isn't adding anything. How do I feel about that? Okay, so conclusion was that I don't really need this. You just need a break. Honestly, the back pieces aren't really adding anything at this point. They're completely covered and out of view the whole time. Her ears are visible for like, what, like 10 frames about? Was I right? What, here? Literally what? Yeah, about like 10-ish frames. And at one point I was thinking about whether to add her earring on. There's no way you can see it. And this is going wild. Let me just see how this feels if I decrease the frame so that it's like a longer animation. Wait a minute. This is 30 frames, is what, real time? You know what, let's have a look at what happens at 60 frames. It'd be really... oh, that's really fun. Just like doubling the speed at which the frames are playing out. What the heck is this doing? I just feel some very random parameters on that doesn't actually look that surprisingly. I think that is everything that not in this so that it is what? Can I not get you to wait? I want you to bend under. Can you not bend under? Why can you not bend under? What? Fine, then we'll go like this then. We'll ease it in. Kind of forcibly ease it in. Because apparently it's not giving me a good choice about that. Alright, let's stop that for a moment. FPS or less is recommended. We want this to be, I believe, was it 126 or something I usually set to? I usually set this to. Okay, so going to here. Probably in this spot, isn't it? Really see that there's like extra wrist motion here. The way I've done it. That feels a little bit smoother than what I'm looking at right now. One of the arms don't just like reach out kind of aggressively and then peak and come back down quickly because it has to a complete curve. Just as a reference, I was looking. I think a little changes here. What am I looking at here? The thumb motion is just to make it look less rigid in the parts that might look a little rigid, not moving. Okay, I'm really genuinely curious what happens if I go to here. Oh jeez, I got hiccups. Oh wait. If I just literally grab the arms, what will happen? Actually, is the body even in frame enough for me to... I didn't add any motion to her shoulders at all, but it's not literally not affecting anything. Just so out of... But if I literally grab these and just go... Alright, what happens if I do that? That changed. Oh, wait, no. Hey, these have parameters on them? They do that. Yes. They have parameters. Okay, I'll have to do it from a different spot if I want to do miss a bit like that. Alright, okay, I wasn't really accounting on finishing ahead of time like this. I have nothing planned. And that's always a problem with me. Okay, well, there's nothing in particular I want to change to this right at this exact moment, so I think I might just finish up here, given how much, in particular, YouTube, the algorithm doesn't appreciate me just sitting here not doing anything. I was actually thinking this would at least take till tomorrow, but it did not, so, definitely the fact that there's no perspective changing and motions are relatively simple. So either way, next time. As for tomorrow, probably start doing a sketch because I still need to remake a stream start screen, a stream end screen. Probably do some sketching, see if I make it super overscoped, and then see how it goes from there. Or just do something else because I have not planned anything because I was expecting, or I was scheduling this in to take the whole week. Anyway, probably give this a stare down again a bit later just to see if there's anything else I want to change, but I'm gonna stop staring at the screen and not do anything. And we'll just finish up here. So, thank you very much for watching today's session of Live2D emote rigging into animation. All done pretty quickly, all things considered. Staring at a sleeve, might change a bit of that, but I'm not too sure how I'd like to change it at that moment because it's kind of just billowing while it's not completely tight to your arm right now. But you're gonna see more things like this from me. Remember to be subscribed or following depending where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all again next time.